Ever notice how simply standing up from the couch sometimes feels like climbing a small hill, and the stairs that used to be a breeze now demand a deep breath first? Maybe you've begun to shuffle a bit when you walk, or you find yourself reaching for furniture just in case your balance wavers. Picture this instead. You rise smoothly, stride confidently, and your legs feel strong enough to carry you through the park, the grocery store, or a laughter-filled afternoon with your grandchildren. Believe it or not, a handful of key vitamins can flip that script faster than you might imagine. And today, we are diving deep into exactly how. If that vision of steadier, stronger legs speaks to you, do me a quick favor. Tap the like button right now, hit the subscribe icon, and ring that little bell so you never miss another senior health tip designed to keep you moving with power and joy. Let us start by clearing up a myth. Weak legs are not an unavoidable ticket that comes with turning 60, 70, or even 90. Yes, muscle fibers thin with age, nerves fire a little slower, and joints feel the mileage. But biology still responds to nutrients the same way it always has. Give your body the specific building blocks it craves, and it can repair, strengthen, and stabilize your lower limbs far beyond what most people think possible. Vitamins are not magic pills, yet when you pair the right ones with gentle exercise and smart habits, the changes can feel magical. So, why focus on vitamins rather than tossing back a random multivitamin and hoping for the best? Because leg strength involves several overlapping systems: muscle contraction, bone density, blood flow, nerve communication, and even the connective tissue that ties everything together. Each system relies on different nutrients. By targeting vitamins with proven roles in these mechanisms, you stack the odds sharply in your favor. First up is vitamin D, the rock star of skeletal health. You probably know it helps your gut absorb calcium, but its influence runs much deeper. Vitamin D docks on receptors inside muscle cells and flips genes that boost protein synthesis, essentially telling your legs, grow, repair, stay strong. Studies in seniors show that correcting a vitamin D deficiency can improve fast-twitch muscle fiber size, the very fibers responsible for quick reactions that prevent falls. Low D levels also correlate with slower walking speed and weaker grip. Clear signals your body is running on empty. Aim for a daily intake of at least 2,000 international units, though some experts recommend up to 4,000 IU for older adults, especially in northern climates or communities where sunshine is scarce. Always pair vitamin D with a small amount of fat. Think a spoonful of yogurt, half an avocado, or a drizzle of olive oil, because the vitamin is fat-soluble and absorption rises dramatically with dietary fat. While you're at it, at a brisk 10-minute walk outside of weather permits. Even brief sun exposure triggers your skin to produce extra vitamin D, compounding your supplement benefits. Yet, vitamin D rarely works alone. Enter vitamin K2, its indispensable teammate. K2 activates matrix GLA protein and osteocalcin, two fancy-named compounds that escort calcium out of your arteries and into your bones and muscles where it belongs. Without enough K2, higher doses of vitamin D may push calcium into blood vessels, a place you definitely don't want extra mineral deposits. The good news is you don't need huge amounts. About 100 to 200 micrograms of menaquinone, the most bioactive form, keeps calcium traffic moving in the right direction. Natto, a fermented soybean dish, tops food sources, but most people prefer capsules to avoid natto's distinctive aroma. Speaking of muscle contraction, vitamin B12 deserves a spotlight. B12 supports the myelin sheath, the insulating layer around nerves that carry the electrical signals telling your leg muscles to fire. Deficiency dulls those signals, leaving muscles sluggish and coordination sloppy. Sadly, stomach acid levels decline with age, and acid is required to release B12 from food. That means even a balanced diet might not deliver enough usable B12 after 60. Sublingual methylcobalamin, an under-the-tongue form that bypasses digestion, quickly restores levels. Aim for 1,000 to 2,000 micrograms per day if blood tests show you're low, or if tingling feet hint that nerves are starving. While B12 handles the nerves, vitamin C fortifies the scaffolding that holds your muscles and bones together. Think of collagen as the rebar inside concrete. Without it, structures crack. Vitamin C acts like the foreman on the collagen construction crew. Joining amino acids hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine so collagen strands form properly. Higher collagen quality equals stronger tendons and ligaments, which in turn lets muscles contract with more force and less pain. Vitamin C also scavenges free radicals born during exercise, preventing them from chewing through muscle membranes. 200 to 500 milligrams split between morning and afternoon keeps tissues saturated. Complementing vitamin C's antioxidant duties is vitamin E, another lipid-loving defender. Free radicals especially to target the fatty membranes of muscle cells and vitamin E embeds itself in those membranes like a bodyguard. Protect the membrane, preserve the cell, maintain leg power. Look for the mixed tocopherol form, not just alpha tocopherol, because muscle cells also prefer gamma and delta varieties. About 150 to 200 IU daily maintains tissue saturation. Sunflower seeds, almonds, and wheat germ oil provide whole food options, but a quality supplement ensures consistency. Let us slide briefly into vitamin A territory. Although famous for night vision, vitamin A orchestrates cellular growth and differentiation everywhere, including skeletal muscle satellite cells, the microscopic repairmen that patch tiny tears after exercise. Adequate vitamin A accelerates that patch job, making your next workout feel easier. Mature adults should aim for 700 to 900 micrograms retinol activity equivalents daily. Too much preformed vitamin A can accumulate, so lean on orange and dark green vegetables for beta-carotene, which converts safely. Now, don't overlook the entire B-complex family. Vitamins B6 and B3 feed energy pathways like spark plugs in an engine. They help convert dietary protein and carbohydrates into adenosine triphosphate, the molecular fuel your quads and hamstrings burn during each step. Without adequate B-complex support, muscles fatigue early, no matter how strong they are on paper. A balanced B-complex supplement once a day covers your bases, particularly if appetite is small or meals are repetitive. At this point, you might wonder, if all those vitamins matter, why not just grab the biggest multivitamin on the shelf? Multis can help, yet dosage often skews low to avoid overdosing fat-soluble nutrients. Worse, some brands use cheaper forms that your body can't easily convert. Instead, think of vitamins as specialty tools in a toolbox. You wouldn't use a screwdriver when you need a wrench, and you wouldn't hammer a nail with a paintbrush. Tailored supplementation lets you adjust each nutrient to the exact job, tightening bone density here, firing nerve signals there, reinforcing tendons everywhere. Absorption is the hidden hinge on which results swing. Here are 3 practical tricks to maximize uptake. First, split doses. Your gut transports many vitamins via specific channels that get saturated quickly. Half a dose in the morning and the rest at dinner doubles channel availability. Second, pair fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and C with a healthy fat source so they dissolve and pass through intestinal walls. Third, keep fiber intake sensible around supplementation. While fiber is great for digestion overall, a large bowl of bran cereal at the exact moment you swallow a pill can trap fat-soluble vitamins and escort them right out the back door. Let us weave everything into a simple daily routine. After waking, drink a glass of water with a squeeze of lemon to prime digestion. With breakfast, take 2,000 IU of vitamin D3 plus 100 micrograms of K2 in your B complex. Enjoy an omelet with spinach and mushrooms for natural vitamin A precursors and B, or place a fortified nutritional yeast sprinkle over oatmeal. Mid-morning, snack on a handful of almonds for vitamin E. Lunch could be grilled salmon, rich in D and omega-3 fats, alongside a bell pepper salad for vitamin C. Late afternoon, dissolve vitamin C powder into water for a tangy pick-me-up. Dinner might feature roasted sweet potato, sautéed kale, and a lean protein such as turkey or lentils, rounding out carotenoid-derived vitamin A and topping off B vitamins. Of course, vitamins can't replace movement. Think of them as high-octane fuel. Without turning the ignition, the engine remains idle. Aim for 3 sessions per week of leg-focused exercises, seated leg lifts, wall-supported squats, and gentle heel raises. Even 5 minutes here and there adds up. If balance is an issue, keep a sturdy chair or countertop within reach. Over time, increased vitamin-driven muscle power will make those moves easier, creating a positive feedback loop that accelerates progress. Safety deserves a quick mention. Most research confirms the dosages we've discussed fit safely within established upper limits, but individual health conditions matter. If you take blood thinners, check with your physician before boosting vitamin K2. If kidney function is compromised, adjust vitamin D under medical supervision. Supplements can interact with medications such as statins or proton pump inhibitors. So bring your full list to each appointment and ask directly about nutrient interactions. One question I hear often is how quickly results appear. Anecdotally, many seniors feel steadier within 2 weeks, especially when correcting severe vitamin D or B12 deficits. Observable muscle mass changes typically require 6 to 8 weeks because that's how long muscle protein synthesis cycles last. Stick with the plan and celebrate small milestones. Standing from a chair without using hands, climbing 2 flights instead of 1, or waking up without leg cramps. Budget is another concern, and rightly so. Fortunately, high-quality supplements have become more affordable. Generic vitamin D3 soft gels cost pennies per day. Bulk powdered vitamin C scooped into water runs even less. Focus spending on items harder to find in food, namely K2 and mixed tocopherol E, then rely on diet for the rest. Prioritize whole foods or shop farmers markets for seasonal produce, and remember frozen vegetables retain most vitamin content if fresh choices are limited. Let me share a quick success story. Margaret, a 78-year-old retired teacher, struggled to climb the 3 steps from her garden back into the kitchen. She started a regimen similar to what we covered today. Vitamin D3 at 3,000 IU, K2 at 180 micrograms, B12 sublingual every morning, plus daily vitamin C and a mixed tocopherol E. She paired that with simple seated marches during television commercials. In 6 weeks, she no longer needed to push off her knees to stand. By 12 weeks, she'd added gentle step-ups using her porch stairs, and the garden steps no longer felt daunting. Margaret's transformation is inspiring, but it's far from rare. In study after study, seniors who deliberately raise vitamin status demonstrate quantifiable gains. Thicker quadriceps on ultrasound, faster timed up and go scores, and fewer wobbling missteps on force plates. One double-blind trial published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology followed 150 adults over 70 who combined vitamin D and K2 for 12 months. The group receiving both nutrients improved leg press strength by 22% versus just 7% in the placebo group. Numbers like that translate to real-world freedom, the power to rise from low chairs, navigate curbs, and carry groceries without fear. To appreciate how vitamins influence this kind of improvement, imagine your leg as a symphony orchestra. Each vitamin is a distinct instrument: the bright trumpet of vitamin C, the steady drumbeat of vitamin D, the guiding violin of beat of. Remove one section, and the melody falters. Bring them all back in tune, and suddenly the music soars. That's exactly what happens on a molecular level. Vitamin D nudges DNA toward building contractile fibers. B6 helps craft the amino acids that form those fibers. B3 refuels the mitochondria that energize contraction. And vitamin E shields the entire performance from oxidative noise. Let us zoom in on thiamine, better known as vitamin B1. Thiamine is the entry ticket for glucose into the Krebs cycle, the main engine that spins out adenosine triphosphate. Without adequate B1, legs burn sugar inefficiently, leading to that heavy, lead-like fatigue after short walks. Seniors on diuretic blood pressure medication are at particular risk because thiamine washes out in urine. A modest 50 milligram supplement daily often restores PEP within days. Riboflavin, vitamin B2, paints a similar picture inside mitochondria, shuttling electrons through the electron transport chain. When B2 runs low, energy production stalls and your stride shortens subconsciously to conserve fuel. Pantothenic acid, or vitamin B5, builds coenzyme A, the molecule that introduces fatty acids into mitochondria. Here's why that matters. Older muscles shift toward burning fat at rest. If B5 runs low, your legs can't tap into that preferred fuel, forcing them to seek glucose they may not have, setting the stage for mid-afternoon weakness. 10 milligrams daily closes that gap. Biotin rounds out the backstage crew by activating carboxylase enzymes that stitch carbon fragments into new fatty acids, ensuring damaged cell membranes can be patched swiftly after exercise. You might be wondering how to navigate the supplement aisle now that our list has grown. First, ignore marketing words like mega or silver. Turn the bottle, scan the ingredients panel, and look for the active forms. Methylcobalamin for beet of, methylfolate for folate, pyridoxal 5-phosphate for B6. These forms bypass common age-related conversion bottlenecks, especially important if you carry genetic variations in MTHFR or other metabolic genes. For vitamins A and E, mixed sources mimic food and reduce the risk of imbalance. For K2, choose menaquinone 7 over the shorter chain menaquinone 4 because MK7 stays in your bloodstream longer, ensuring steady delivery. Delivery systems matter too. Soft gels protect fat-soluble vitamins from oxygen. Capsules release powders fast if you sip water, convenient for those with slower digestion. Chewables add enjoyment, but often contain sugar alcohols that trigger bloating. Weigh pros and cons. Liquid drops simplify dose adjustments if blood tests show you need just a nudge upward. Whatever form you choose, log each supplement in a small notebook. Note brand, dose, time, and any physical sensations such as warmth, cramps, or improved balance. Reviewing these notes with your healthcare team turns guesswork into data-driven refinement. Speaking of blood tests, partnering with your physician or a functional medicine practitioner supercharges this process. A serum 25-hydroxy vitamin D test reveals baseline status. Aim for 60 to 80 nanograms per milliliter for optimal neuromuscular performance. Serum B12 above 500 picograms per milliliter typically supports nerve health. Yet a urinary methylmalonic acid test offers deeper insight if neuropathy persists. Vitamin C levels don't circulate long, so white blood cell ascorbate provides a better snapshot of tissue saturation. Interpreting these markers turns vitamin plans from good to laser precise. Let us shift from biochemistry to daily life. Imagine boarding a tour bus during a long-awaited vacation. The steps feel high, the aisle narrow, and you fear holding up the group. A foundation of vitamin-driven leg strength turns that anxiety into confidence. You step up, greet fellow travelers, stow luggage overhead, and keep pace at the historical sites. Or picture gardening on a sunny Saturday, reaching for that stubborn weed used to wrench your back and threaten a tumble. Now, your thighs and calves cooperate, lowering and lifting you smoothly while your hands stay free to cradle the tomatoes you just picked. Travel raises another practical question. How do you maintain your regimen away from home? Plan in threes. Pack 3 days' worth of vitamins in a small pill organizer you keep in your carry-on. 3 sets of backup doses in the checked bag, and an extra 3 days mailed ahead if staying with family. For liquids, choose dropper bottles under 100 milliliters to satisfy airline security, time zone shifts. Align morning doses with local breakfast to anchor your circadian rhythm quickly if hotel breakfast lacks healthy fat. Pocket a few walnuts to swallow with your fat-soluble vitamins. Improvisation beats missing a dose. By now, skeptics may ask whether focusing on vitamins overlooks the role of minerals like magnesium or calcium. True, muscles rely on those minerals to contract and relax, yet vitamins often orchestrate mineral utilization. Vitamin D guides calcium, vitamin B6 helps form magnesium-holding transport proteins, and vitamin C enhances iron absorption necessary for oxygen delivery. In other words, optimizing vitamins automatically tunes mineral dynamics because the two categories dance together inside every tissue. Let us tackle a few rapid-fire myths. Myth 1. I get enough vitamins from food. Reality, farm soil, mineral depletion, long supply chains, and decreased stomach acid mean that even a colorful plate may fall short, particularly for B12, K2, and D. Myth 2. Fat-soluble vitamins will build up and hurt my liver. Reality. Toxicity stems from doses magnitudes higher than we recommend, and regular blood work provides a safety net. Myth 3. I'm too old to build new muscle. Reality. Seniors in their 90s double leg strength with resistance exercise and adequate vitamin support in surprisingly short windows. For viewers managing chronic conditions like diabetes or rheumatoid arthritis, coordinated care is key. Elevated blood sugar increases oxidative stress, making antioxidants like vitamin C and E even more urgent. Some arthritis medications lower folate, so adding methylfolate preserves red blood cell formation and energy. Always bring a supplement list to appointments. Most doctors welcome proactive patients and will flag any contraindications. Community can fuel consistency. Consider recruiting a supplement buddy, perhaps a spouse, sibling, or neighbor. Text each other at breakfast, DK2 and C, down the hatch. Friendly accountability triples adherence rates in several behavioral studies. Extend that camaraderie to movement. A 5-minute duo walk after lunch lowers post-meal blood sugar and drives nutrients into muscle tissue where they do good work. If mobility is severely limited, you can still prime leg strength from a chair. Practice isometric contractions. Press feet into the floor. Tighten quadriceps for 10 seconds. Relax for 10. Repeat 10 times. Vitamins provide the raw material. These contractions send the signal. We need to use it here. Blood rushes in, muscle fibers wake up, and joints experience gentle yet effective stimulation. Combine isometrics with deep diaphragmatic breathing to oxygenate tissues and support vitamin-driven repair. Curious about timing? Emerging research hints that taking vitamin D earlier in the day aligns with natural hormone cycles that favor muscle anabolism. Vitamin C, on the other hand, may blunt beneficial post-exercise inflammation if taken immediately after workouts. So sip it an hour before or 2 hours after training instead. Adjust these windows, observe how your body feels, and chart discoveries in that supplement notebook. Lastly, celebrate. Health journeys thrive on positive emotion. Set mini goals like stand up from the sofa 5 times in a row without using my hands, or walk to the mailbox and back without stopping. When you hit a target, treat yourself to something nourishing. A bouquet of flowers, a relaxing foot bath, or perhaps a new playlist to accompany your next stroll. Each celebration cements the habit loop of taking your vitamins and moving your body. We have covered a banquet of information, so let us return to the chorus. Vitamins are not exotic, hard-to-obtain potions. They are accessible allies waiting on grocery shelves and pharmacy aisles. In precise doses, consistently delivered, they unlock strength. that aging alone does not erase. Whether you dream of dancing at a grandchild's wedding, hiking a gentle trail, or simply rising from a chair without fear, the path begins with supplying your cells what evolution designed them to use. Stick with me, because in the next video, we will explore joint lubrication strategies that pair perfectly with today's muscle-building approach. Until then, keep your supplement schedule steady, your posture proud, and your mindset unshakably optimistic. Your strongest days just might be ahead. Thank you for spending this time investing in your health and future mobility. I can't wait to hear your success stories in the comments below. Remember to share this video with a friend who could use steadier legs. And I will see you in the next episode, ready with more practical wisdom to keep you thriving.